Hey guys, how you doing? Last week been unwell, so our program been stopped it for last Friday. Sorry about that. Right? Actually, 1 week before I received an email from a reader that want me to analyze on Coupang. Coupang now should be the number one e-commerce in Korea, and she wants to be the Korea Amazon, right? But actually, the thing is, the career of Coupang is just like Amazon many years before. Then at the very beginning, then lost a lot, and then we just need to see if then she will turn her fate like Amazon and become a very great company, right? So we need to see. But at this moment, Coupang's stock price is very expensive because there is no profit for a few years already. Just in the first quarter of this year, been behave better, right? But still, we need to observe for a few more quarters. So today we will take a look on Coupang's financial data, right? Okay, our Falcon portfolio not bad. Even though yesterday Dow Jones been dropped due to Disney Plus, right? And then we get wow, 64% increment, right? And then you may not be noticed that Alphabet, that means Google, been rised over 100 already, right? Quite silently. So never underestimate Google, Microsoft, Apple. Then they have their investors, right? So if any of you have any of the stock then you want me to analyze, then you can leave your message under the YouTube, or you can directly email to me by Usstockmarketweekly@gmail.com. And this is our covering. Coupang stock price now is still very expensive, especially when there in past 2 years there's no profit. The company is losing. I think that Coupang already lost all the money she gathered from the IPO already, right? Because what she lost is quite a lot. Okay, first of all, we take a look on Dow Jones. Yesterday been dropped at more than 200 points because of Disney. We will talk about that in a minute. And then Nasdaq, all right, in the contrary, then she also dropped, but you see that finally then it bounced up again. Although very little, just rise at 22 points. Our Falcon 350,000 portfolio, then finally we get to 64%. And this year, 2023, right? Only for 4 months and a little bit more, then we get a 23% increment, right? Not bad, right? So Dow dropped it because of Disney. You can see that Disney, after the market, then tonight when it reopen, then it will drop more than 10%, right? I guess so. You can see that the pre-market dropped at 8.73%. And then if you look at the stock chart, you can see that in between, when she just said she will do the Disney Plus, then the stock price, surged. But later on the market then calmed down and said, hey, hang on a minute. You have a lot of competitors, not only Netflix, Hulu, a lot of them, right? So you can see that the stock price dropped it back to about 80, and then now it's 80, 90, 80, 90, something like that, right? Yesterday, then actually Disney Plus been put up the price, but the number of subscribers dropped it. Eventually, it's like that because the competition is out there, right? A lot of competition is out there. Right? And the second news is Elon Musk will step down as Twitter CEO. There will be another woman then take her take his place to be the CEO of Twitter. Just for these few months, Elon Musk been abandoned more than close to 90% of Twitter's employees. Right? He cut a lot of people, more than 90%. It should not be all the fault by Elon Musk. It's also the fault by the original founder, Jack Dorsey, for Twitter, right? Not all the dirty work is done by Elon Musk, right? But quite sure that he is not very suitable for this kind of media work, right? He is more capable on inventing something, right? Like that kind of things is never happened. Like PayPal, like SpaceX, like Tesla, something like that. Then he quite sure is not suitable for running a media. Especially, I don't think that he should acquire Twitter. I don't know why, right? Then he always do something crazy. And Munger and Buffett also said, I do not want to compete with Elon Musk because this guy is crazy, right? Okay, then we go to Coupang. Coupang is doing e-commerce in Korea. Originally, she wants to go to Japan very soon. That means Coupang wants to open the Japan market very soon. She did, but not in a big scale, just very small scale, right? So we can see that for Coupang's stock prices, right? Right after for the IPO for more than 2 years already, right? Then you can see that the stock price is going down and going down and going down, and then dropped it to the lowest on last May or June, then up to just few dollars, right? You can see that, and then it goes up a little bit, right? We can see that there is a terrible PE is more than 100, 141. Why? It's because it lost the money in past few years. So there is nearly no profit. Then the PE is surged to so high. If you take a look on the Coupang's revenue growth rate, just the revenue, not the profit, you can see that it's terribly going down and going down, right? 2 years before, 33%, and then 22, 13, 10, and then 5. Why the revenue growth rate so low? Because she is already the leader, the market leader in Korea, right? A lot of people using Coupang already in Korea. How can it grow? Right? Korea is not like China. Korea is not like Japan. South Korea, of course, I mean, right? And then is of course not like China, India. Then the population is not big, right? So a lot of people already using Coupang. So you can see that the market share, then when she get the most of the market share, and then the revenue growth rate drop. There are two working segments in Coupang, but 98% is the product commerce. That means selling the things, daily use things, right? All the things for Coupang, right? Just like Amazon, right? Selling all the things that you need daily, everything. So 90% of the business is for product commerce, and then 2% is for product offering. Forget about that. Development offering, just 2% only. So just focus on the first one, the product commerce. For the developing offering, forget about it. Right? The amount is always low. The amount is very low. You can see that for product commerce, the net revenue only grows 5%, and the EBITDA is not measurable, right? Why not measurable? is a positive because 1 year before 2021 is a negative. Right? It's a negative. So when last year it turns positive, you cannot say how much it grows because 1 year before is a negative, right? So we can see for the adjusted EBITDA percentage margin, right? 2 years before is a negative, 1 year before is negative, and then 2022 is just very little 1.9% increment, right? And then for 2022 Q4, there is 4%, right? So the long-term target is 10% for EBITDA, but EBITDA margin 10% is not big. So it's just like something like Amazon. Right? Amazon at the very beginning is very small, right? And why Amazon get bigger and then becomes a giant is because of the AWS, because of the server. And even today for Amazon, the e-commerce is a loss, right? The only thing that earn the money for long term is the server, but I don't see Coupang has this advantage, right? So if you invest in Coupang, you have to be careful on that, right? She wants to be the Amazon in Korea, but the structural difference, there are structural difference, right? And there are a few things that Coupang did in the past 2 years, right? Then we can see that she is the top e-commerce company in Korea already, right? Already, right? So, and there is how to say a discount program for World members. There is for the Coupang Eats. Then she is offering 5 to 10% discount for all the members, and then you can join a 5 to 10% discount in the participating restaurants, right? So discount, right? And then fulfillment and logistic, right? It's just like Amazon. Then she need to put a lot of money for logistic, right? For sending out the merchandise, right? To getting the merchandise, sending out the merchandise, and this will make Coupang invest a lot of money, right? A lot of money. Remember, for Amazon, then Amazon invested a huge amount on the logistic, right? And then finally, it just earned the money for 1 or 2 years, and then others come up, other competitors do the same. So finally, now today, Amazon still earn money based on the AWS. If no AWS, Amazon already down already. So we will take a look on the first quarter's Coupang's financial data. You can see that ending first quarter of 2023. I will omit the unit thousand because this is in Korea won money, so the digits is very long. We will just say is 5,800,000, right? We omit the digits is a lot, very long, right? We can see that for the first quarter of this year, then the revenue been growth a little bit, right? 5,800,000 to 5,100 and thousand compared with 1 year's before first quarter. And we can see that the net income is just very low, but at least it's a positive, about 1.5%. The net income margin is very low, just like a supermarket, 1.5%, but still is better than 1 year before is a negative. Right, there is condensed consolidated. That means included all the sub company of Coupang. You can see that for the comprehensive income, then for first quarter is a positive, although very small. But 1 year before is a negative, very negative, right? 200,000 wons, very negative for 1 year before. And then we can see that the inventory is still very high. look at my red arouse, you can see that the inventory is still very high. It's nearly in the same level of 1 year before, 1,667,000, nearly the same as 1 year before. Why the inventory so high? Is a big problem because the money is there, right? And then the total liability, you can see that. You can see that for the total current asset is 6,000, right? 6,000, right? Is the current asset. Mainly is money and inventory, right? And then if we look at the liability, no matter it's long term or the short term, then that is the debts. The total liability is 7,100, it's very close to the current asset, but bigger than the current asset, right? And for the total asset, then we can see that it's property, equipment, the lease. Then forget about that, not worth money. If the company closed down, then they not worth any money. So actually, the finance situation of Coupang is not very good, not very good, not very bad, because at least the current asset should be bigger than the total liability. Then the company is more healthy, right? Now it's smaller than that, right? So this is the net cash provided by the operating activity. Still, there is finally a positive in this year's first quarter, and 1 year before is a negative, right? And this is the we look at the first quarter, this year's first quarter, right? You can see that the net cash provided by the operating activity still okay, right? You can see that still okay, better than 1 year before. And we look at the free cash flow, right? Better, right? Because 1 year before is a very poor negative, very poor negative. You can see that there is a NM put on the percentage change because it's not measurable. Not measurable because 1 year before is a negative, right? And if we compare for first quarter of this year to first quarter of 1 year before, you can see that the net active customer number increased very little, right? Increased very little. That is in thousand people. 19,000 compared to 18,000 of 1 year before. And the total net revenue per active customer is $305. I think this is I think this is for 1 year, right? Compared to 1 year before, 294,000, right? 294, sorry, not thousand, right? So actually, we can see that number of active customer and the people that spend is increased more than 1 year before, or a little bit more. So why the company is still lost is because it is burning money. Now the company up till 2022 still burning the money, right? A lot of inventory, very large amount of inventory, and then logistic, everything, right? It burns money, and up till first quarter of this year, better, but we still have to see, right? We still have to see. If Coupang is not going to have a structural alteration or goes to the other, but if she goes to Japan, right? Say if she just make it big in Japan, then she may spend more money, right? She may spend more money. That's the problem, right? Because Japan is not a small country. It has more than 100 million people, and the area is very big. So if Coupang wants to make the same thing happen in Japan, first of all, then Japan may protect herself, right? Second of all is then she has to use a lot of money there. So not up to this stage, I think, right? So if you already holding Coupang, then I think you should wait one more quarter to see if she will further improve. I hope so, right? I hope so because after 2 years loss, right, then I think that she will get more balance, something like that. And then we should pay for there should not be any competitors come out in Korea, right? If then it's gone, right? So all the money is gone. Okay, then thanks for watching. And then if you like this video, please give us a like, and then any comment is welcome. And please share this video to your friends, and then help to press the subscribe button and the bell icon next to it. So thanks for everyone watching this video, and then I hope everyone have a very peaceful weekend. See you next week. Bye bye.